All right, Tyler, thank you very much. Another top story tonight. A group of Tri-Cities residents filed a federal lawsuit against Ballad Health and East Tennessee State University's physicians group.
The lawsuit claims the boards are improperly connected, creating a conflict of interest that will harm the people of the Tri-Cities region. Chantel Batista found out the plaintiffs want a federal judge to take action.
The contention is that these two organizations should be competitors. That is, East Tennessee physicians should be competing with Ballad.
Ballad Health, the region's largest healthcare system governed by a board of directors, and ETSU Physicians and University Physicians Practice, the medical company operated by East Tennessee State University, governed by a board of trustees. The lawsuit filed April 12th in federal court claims a conflict of interest because certain members of the Ballad Health board of directors also sit on the board of trustees for ETSU. The suit singles out philanthropist Scott Niswonger and Eastman executive David Golden, who serve on both boards, and the lawsuit specifically questions ETSU President Brian Nolan's role as both Ballad board member and head of the university which runs ETSU Physicians.
That is, some people serve on the boards of both organizations.
Constitutional law professor Stuart Harris says the 10 residents claim the conflict of interest will hurt them and the public by eliminating competition between Ballad and ETSU physicians.
They're asking the court to order that the two boards be restructured to eliminate this overlap and these conflicts of interest. The plaintiffs are asking for their costs and attorney fees, but they're not asking for any damages themselves.
The plaintiffs don't list specific damages. Harris says that typically could come as the case moves forward.
The plaintiffs aren't claiming a lot of specifics yet. What they're saying is this is anti-competitive. It's likely to lead to higher prices and poorer service, and we'll figure out exactly what our damages are during the course of litigation.
Possibly the most significant argument in the lawsuit is on the final page of the court document. The plaintiffs essentially claim the COPA, which governs the Ballad Health merger, is not effectively meeting the requirements of state oversight. That's what protected the merger from the Federal Trade Commission, which has opposed the merger from the start. It remains to be seen how the court will respond to the lawsuit. Josh?